All right, testing. Test again.
Test again.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, and then do something so the game makes sound, just to make sure that's working.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right. Sweet.
Okay.
All right. So we should be good to go here.
Start her up.
In one more moment here.
Okay.
Just going through all this. We got that. Got that. That.
Yeah, it's.
All right. Sweet. All right, we are ready to start here. Let me know when you're ready for a countdown.
Yeah, count me down.
All right, start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
So this is Super Mario Odyssey. My name's Area 51. I haven't done a run of this game since like February, but I didn't see anyone else submitting this game, so I figured that it needed to be in the marathon. So we're gonna start off in Hat Kingdom here. Mario doesn't have his hat, so we need to get that first. And also, you're gonna see me kind of shaking a lot during the run, and my voice might get cracking. It's not because I'm nervous; it's just because I have to shake this controller to go faster. This is where we get our hat. Cappy finds Mario's hat. It's torn up. So he makes himself Mario's hat. That's kind of the plot of the game. Yeah, when I submitted this game to this marathon, I definitely didn't think that was going to be half of the Mario block. Because I have my Super Mario World run right after this, too. It's a really cool mechanic of Odyssey. You get to basically get to capture different creatures and use them. The frogs have super jump. So if you shake your controller upwards, you kind of have like a much higher jump. You use that to get on the higher platforms there. And here you're supposed to go around the other side up this ramp, but if you do some fairly precise jumps, you can kind of skip all of that. There's Hat Kingdom. It's a nice little intro. It shows a lot of what the game can do. Kind of has a little bit of everything. Capturing a couple of cool hat jumps. So we'll head on to Cascade Kingdom. Probably the coolest capture in the game is in this kingdom, and luckily we get to use it in the speedrun. Capture this chomp, launch him towards that rock to unlock the first moon. And I need to collect 124 of these throughout the run. They're just power moons. Basically, you need to collect so many in each level to power up your Odyssey so you can go on to the next kingdom. So any percent collects the minimum amount that you need. So every world it'll have, you know, anywhere from 6 to 10 to 20 power moons to collect. We'll be doing a trick called Dino Skip here. You're supposed to go out and around over there and up the side, but with this dinosaur, you can do a little trick with this trampoline. Do it correctly. Nope, gotta go around that ground here. Boing. If you jump correctly there, you can kind of skip right into the boss battle. Here I want to backflip on top of the chomp to skip a cycle. If you don't get on top of it, she'll bring it back and then throw it again in a couple seconds. Oh. Sometimes it doesn't like to extend out to the wall so you can actually fling backwards. Here we see the first triple moon. Most of the bosses kind of give these away. They're super easy to just get 3 moons right away. Since all you need to do is collect the minimum amount of moons to move on to the next kingdom, we always try to do the bosses because it's 3 quick moons. And normally the boss fights are really short. Your cap, he tells you about putting the cap on the globe there. I still need 1 more moon, so we're just gonna quickly grab this one right here, and then just head right back to the Odyssey. That was Cascade Kingdom. We kind of cruised through these first 2. They have the shortest amount of moon or shortest amount of goals to do. So we'll head on to Sand Kingdom. This is probably my favorite level casually. The speedrun's pretty good too. There's some cool moons there, some cool tricks that you get to pull off. Right there he normally pulls up the action guide, but if you spam B while it prompts, it won't actually load in. It'll kind of do like a little glitch, seem like your game is frozen, but skips right past it. If I do a roll correctly here, I can get right down to this pipe. Oh, I was too far left. But you can roll right off into the pipe here, not bonk anything. It's here. There it is. The game intends you to go into the shop first so that you can see this moon back here, and then you have to figure out how to get to it. But obviously, since we're speedrunners, we know right where to go, so we just kind of slide past and grab that moon. Now, this next moon here can either be the easiest moon in the run or the hardest. So it's sitting somewhere up here. There it is. It's supposed to be in the top, like directly in the center of that dune, but it's really, really hard to see since the texture is basically bland. This jump right here can be pretty rough.
Do you mind if I read up a quick donation?
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
So the original Xbox donates yet another $10 with the hashtag HelixNap. Thank you for that donation.
Thanks, original Xbox. Sometimes you have to ground pound next to those boxes a couple times just to scare them before you actually do it. Here I want to grab this flag because I'm going to be warping to it momentarily here. Talk to the Sphinx. Luckily the answer's right on the top, so it's super fast. Spam A. Now I want to collect a lot of these coins here because I'm going to be buying moons later on in the run. So I kind of just spin my hat, try to collect all of them. And this is where I do that warp that I was talking about. And here we can see another one of the captures of the game. The bullet bills. Hoping this one is in a good location. Good. Now this jump can be extremely scary because if I miss it, I die. And I missed it. Ugh. Can you save it? No. So I just warp right back to that flag, and then just try it again. It's not too much time loss. But you have to get close enough to that wall so that you can pop out and then kind of do a wall jump off of it. There we go. And I hit this other chest here to grab a couple more coins. Pretty sure I died there in my PB as well. I've never been good at that. Now since I died, my timing's gonna be a little bit off, so I have to wait for the eagle at the end here. Basically I'll get the sand dune moon, and then I'll have to wait. Where's he at? There he is. Hi, birdie. If you don't die where I died, it normally times out really well, and he's just right here when you ground pound this. I just got one more moon here. It's really nice there because you can use the moon to grab those notes. You don't actually touch it with Mario. Now we're off. Most of the cutscenes you can skip in this game just by pressing plus, but these Odyssey power-up ones you can't, unfortunately. Like right here, I can just... Oh wait, the next cutscene, I think. The next cutscene you can just press plus and skip right past it. And we'll head on to Lake Kingdom here. Probably the shortest kingdom besides Hat. And we use Japanese, as with most Nintendo speedruns, because the text just loads quicker. It's less text for each word. And we get to see another capture here pretty soon. Oh, doink. I'll just have to grab the sheep below here. Oh, he's gonna spawn right away. The moons in this kingdom are pretty quick. There's nothing that's too difficult. The jump out of the water I'm gonna be doing here pretty soon is a little difficult, but it's not horribly bad. And the back and forth is pretty easy. So I want to get right up there. I basically want to jump out of the water in a certain spot. Like that. There we go. We're into the boss. I don't know the Brutal's names. I just call this one Bunny Brutal. Oh, I did not saw that coming. That was really bad. I'm sorry. I just want to get on your head, dude. Yeah, see, if you don't screw it up, it's way easier. And it seems like all the Brutals have kind of a cheese to them, like Nintendo built it in purposely. For example, you don't have to wait for him to bounce around, you can just hop on his head. The blue one, you can hop on his head. The green one that you saw in the first kingdom, you can just kind of hit his hats off and then jump on him. Okay, that was Lake. Now we're gonna head on to my least favorite speedrun level, at least, besides Dark Metro. This is kind of the next, I don't know, 10-20 minutes of the run are pretty crazy hard. They're just very time consuming if you mess up. But Wooded, I think, has the best soundtrack. So at least we get to listen to something pretty. Skip past the text. Skip the cutscene. Skip another cutscene. Skip another cutscene. Oh, come back here. If you do it correctly, you can just beeline it right to him and hit him. But sometimes he dodges it. You want to grab a rock and throw it at another rock. And then this will be the first moon that I buy in the run. Countless times I've bought a heart on accident and not paying attention. But here we did fine. Get to bust her first nut, that's good. Here's another cool capture, the watermelons, or whatever these things are supposed to be called, onion watermelon things. Used that a couple times in this level. I here want to launch all the way down here and get to this pipe. There's 2 moons in here. Nope. Mario didn't want to ledge grab there. I just want to wait here and get in the water so I don't have to take any damage. When you take damage, after you collect a moon, it brings you back to full health, and that loses like 3 seconds. Oh, you can get up on here and not have to wait, but no, I'm just gonna stall. There we go. Get off. Come on. There we go. Now, if you fall down in this gap, you actually fall to like an underworld, and it loses a lot of time, so you just definitely don't want to do that. There's a speedrunner's nightmare there. If I spam B and Y there, I actually can kind of hover. I don't have to fall all the way down and jump up again 3 times. We get another story moon, so we have a little bit of cutscene to watch here. Basically, once you get these story moons, it kind of unlocks the next part of the story and the next part of the world, so you have to get them in speedruns. Now we get to begin our climb to the boss again. You're supposed to bounce off your path there. this little trick right here, you're supposed to walk all the way around on this, on that kind of vine path, but if you shake while you're right on the edge, you can kind of skip past that. There you go, like that. So you kind of have to vigorously shake your controller, launch upwards. And here you normally walk around on the steps, but just bounce off your hat, do some wall jumps, you're up in there. Here you can see another cheese. Kind of wait a little bit, jump, boom. Casually he spins around and shoots a bunch of like purple goo, poisonous goo, but you just kind of skip that in the speedrun. And that was wooded. Yeah, those boss fights, I don't know why they made them so easy in this game. Because the final boss fight, well, the second final boss fight with these guys is extremely hard. So they kind of definitely don't prepare you for it. Skip cutscene and then the hat on the globe. So now we're intending to go to Metro Kingdom, but Bowser has different plans. It's the first of 2 Bowser fights in this game. Is you can kind of throw your hat underneath the hat, his hat, and if you hold Y, it'll sit there until you release and it'll come back to you. So what you want to do is you want to get as close to Bowser as you can, and then release Y so that the cap comes in, you can start punching before he actually starts jumping away. So you don't do it quick enough, you'll actually jump around and lose a lot of time. So I'm getting in range, close enough that I can actually punch him before he starts jumping. Boom, that's how you do the Bowser fight. Now we get put into Lost Kingdom. Lost is extremely hard because all of the, if you screw up at all, it's basically death. All that purple goop is instant death. It's not lava or anything like that. So there's no recovery if you screw up a strat. So it can be super stressful in speedruns, especially if you're ahead already. And then you do a lot of crazy skips over the goop as well, so it can be even scarier. Nice bonk, dude. That's one thing about this game is like there's so many bonks, it's so hilarious. There's a lot of quick moons in this world at least though. Uh-oh. That's fine. As long as I don't land on the actual ground. If you land on the ground, the eagle will come and take Mario's hat, and that's even slower. So basically all I just need to do is get back up there. It's a time loss, but it's not that bad. We're right back where I was. So I want to go over here close to this eagle so that I can come down here, and once I touch this, he won't take Mario's hat. Yeah, there's just a lot of options to screw up in this level and lose a lot of time, so it's super stressful in speedruns. If I duck at the right time here, I don't. Oh, I ducked too early. If you duck at the right time here, you can actually negate the damage that this thing does to you and blow up the box at the same time. But here we're just gonna take it nice and slowly. And the final moon here is kind of the scariest. If you miss it, it's death. If you make it, it's death as well, because you actually use a death warp here. I'll do safe strat. You just kind of kill yourself, and it warps you right back to the Odyssey. So just do a quick death warp. It's quicker than trying to get out of it and walking back to it. And that was Lost Kingdom. Now we'll be heading on to Dark Metro. Probably the worst. It's the hardest part of the run, I think, to do perfectly. There's just a lot of really technical tricks to pull off. And it's really your only option too. There's not really safe strats around them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to climb up the side of this building here by jumping on this little overhang. You get high enough, you can do that. I want to get on top of this building, do a long jump right down here, grab that, oh, wow, grab that moon. That would have been not fun. I think I would have died there if I overshot it. This vertical room is super technical. Also, you have to hit that pillar to go fast. Get up high enough? No, it won't work. Basically want to ground pound, do a little hat jump, wall jump here, just get up here. Hopefully get on this, nice. And just spam B so I can climb this quicker. Come on. Come on, Mario. Chill out. There we go. Now this jump right here is a blind jump while the camera turns. It's pretty difficult and scary. Yeah, I missed it. If I can save myself, I can just do the climb again. It loses time, but it saves the death warp. Come on. When the speed strats are slower than the casual strats. I hate those little Goombas. They're really in the way. Oh no, mosquito. Yeah, this is why vertical room can kind of be a pain. There's just a lot that can go wrong. Like that. I'm dead here. Nice catch. Hopefully there's not another... Yeah, there's not. And a ground pounded. I always have difficulties with this room. Come on, Mario. Sometimes he just doesn't grab that hole either. Well, if this is where all my time loss is gonna be, I'm fine with it. This one's hard. Alright, round 2. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that jump's terrifying. Like, missing it, I miss it all the time, so I wasn't surprised at all that I missed it the first time. It's just so difficult because the camera's moving and it's a blind jump and you have to bounce off your cap. Oh, still going home. And this is the worst boss fight of the game, by far. Basically, you have to aim with the gyro controls of the Pro Controller, and they can be really touchy, and also the hitboxes aren't that great. Now you want to sit and look in these corners for leg reduction, but also you want to keep his path as short as possible. Now he'll come over on this side, sit right here, to go by, and I'm just going to sit right here. This is the wall that I wanted to come back onto. Go there, back up. Yeah, aiming is terrible in this boss fight, it's so hard. Probably have to do another cycle. Oh wow, one cycle, nice. So if you don't do those quickly, you'll actually go for another round and you kind of have to wait while he goes through all the rooms. So to do that in one cycle is pretty good. Loses a lot of time you don't get it. And sometimes it's up to the game whether you get it or not. So we cleaned the Mecha Wiggler off. Now Metro becomes daytime again. This is a really fun part of the run. Because Metro is just such a cool design for a level. It's so much different than anything you've seen in Mario before, so it's just a really neat level. I like it a lot. Nice bonk, dude. What did you even bonk on? There's nothing there. Sign. Got it, nice. That, I swear, that casually took me forever to get. And then I learned the speedrun strat and I felt so stupid. Now we get to talk to the loneliest man in Metro. And he gives you moon for it. Now hopefully I remembered to grab the warp from earlier. I don't remember if I did. Hopefully it's there. Okay, it is. Cool. Basically, if I didn't grab that, then I'd have to climb all the way up to the side of that skyscraper. But here I can just warp. guess I missed it. What? It's not big. I can just go down here. And just launch right back up there again. And then grab it, hopefully. There we go. I like this part. This looks cool. Whoa, I almost missed it. Now we kind of do a cool dive through the air. Grab this moon. I just like the sequence of New Donk City. It's really neat. Here I'm going to take damage. I'm not going to take damage, I'm just going to take fall. It's going to kind of stun me a bit, and then it's just right here. Casually, there's a bunch of birds that that will sit there, and that's how you're supposed to know that it's there. I like to call this room Plinko. Hopefully I get a good Plinko. Well, that was good. I just bounced through all the humans. Now you do a blind backwards part of the room. The exit. Now we have to talk to Paulina here and grab some musicians for the big bash that she's trying to hold for you.
Hi. Oh.
This is my favorite musician up here for what he says.
OTEP.
OTEP.
Yay!
Now we get warped right back into New Donk again, and then there's just the drummer that we need to pick, and then we're done. Yow! That was the final moon in New Donk City. Now we can just warp right back to the Odyssey. And get going. Now we'll head on to the cutest world by far. The little beings that live here are adorable in their parkas. It's definitely a fun speedrun level too. It's just really neat. I'm gonna save Toad from his little hideout here. There's a way where you can actually get the moon without releasing him, so he just stays back there and he's trapped for forever.
You alright if I read a donation real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
The original Xbox donates yet another $20. He says, this Odyssey run is a ton of fun to watch. Area 51 is doing a great job. Donation goes towards throwing more cookies at runners. I wonder how many we're at. Thank you very much for that donation.
Thanks, Original Xbox.
With that, I'd also like to announce that we have beat our previous record high for donations.
Wow.
Our previous high was $1,069, which was raised at Midwinter Speed Sprinter 2018, and we are currently at $1,080. So, great job, everybody. Thank you
Nice.
for your donations.
Very nice. That deserves a round of applause for sure. I like this room. It's pretty difficult, but these bosses are just hilarious to me. They're called Blowy Joeys, and they're just so funny. They're just like, the ridiculousness of them is just so great. This jump's really difficult, and I gotta try it again. Oh! Don't die. I died. That's alright. We just get to do the room over again. It's just another one of those levels where, you know, you have this pink goop that's insta-death. What if I do it from here? Come up with the strats on the fly. Oh, that's way easier. Why didn't I do that the whole time? What? Okay, that guy's being a little stubborn. Grab it. So all these strats that I'm doing are strats back from like February, I think. So current strats are much quicker. And there's a lot of advancements since the game. I just haven't ran this game in the last 6 months. So if you go and watch like one of the world record holders, they actually pull off a lot of cool clips in this game. They broke it quite a bit, which is always good for a 3D Mario. But this is kind of a classic speedrun of this game. Don't do that. Why did I ground pound? Why did I ground pound there? Another bonk. Sometimes you forget what button you're pressing. Make it. Mario, no. That's fine. You're supposed to go all the way around there, but I definitely don't want to do that. Can I even make this? There we go. But that's one thing I like about this game is that the deaths are really quick. You die, you just go right back to the beginning of the room. And for me, I die a lot in these runs, so it makes it even quicker. And I'm fine on coins. I just didn't need to have 100 coins by luncheon, so I'm still good on coins. So I can die like 7 more times, I think. I'll try not to, though. That was Snow Kingdom. And they didn't put lives in this game. I think this is one of the first Marios that they didn't actually put lives in. You basically have a coin counter, and you lose coins every time you die. But even if you get down to 0, you don't game over. And I like that because it allows the player to kind of come up with their own strats and make their cool jumps and risk death without having to have too much punishment over it. I know definitely when I was playing this game casually, there was a lot of moons that I probably could have done an easy strat, but I tried doing some crazy jump, died a couple times, but then I finally got it, and it made it all worth it. I think that's part of the beauty of this game. What? Nice triple jump, Mario. I don't think I'm high enough, no. So this moon, I think you're supposed to get one of the, I'm not sure what they're called. They're the little creatures in the bubbles. You're supposed to get one of those creatures and then kind of fly up there. But speedrun strats, you don't need to. This next moon is really tough if you have terrible depth perception, like I do. Okay, got it, cool. A lot of the times I'll just like go behind it, not grab it, or go in front of it and not be able to notice. And then we're going to capture one of those creatures I was talking about earlier right here. It's quicker to travel with these guys than swim. One thing I like about the 80% speedrun is that you get to use a lot of the captures in the game. I think that's one of the coolest things about this game. And that they're utilized in a speedrun is really neat. Sometimes when you shake the controller, you like hit one of the triggers and Mario bounces out, but you just go back and shake it again. That's one thing about this game that kind of sucks is the whole motion part of it. It can be really annoying. Like that. And that was the last moon in Seaside. Now we're going to move on to the most nerve-wracking kingdom, I think, if you're on a good pace. It's just so technical. There's a lot of cool tricks in it, a lot of hard tricks, and if you mess them up, normally they're death. It's also the prettiest kingdom too. There's a lot of colors, a lot of neat colors. They did a really good job with Luncheon Kingdom. So this first trick, it's called Cheeseless. It's actually pretty difficult, so I'm going to just focus real quick here. I don't want to miss it. Okay, you're supposed to bounce off Mario's hat there, but he's too close to the wall. I might get this on. Oh, close. I only get it within the first 5 attempts. There we go. Okay, I got one more. I actually don't know how to get this moon without doing this, so we're gonna keep trying. Come on, Mario. You're so close. Your nose is hidden. There we go. Thank you, thank you. That moon is so stupid. Chuck tomato. Don't do that. Okay, do that. That's fine. Let's do it right here. That was calculated. We get to see our buddy Blue Brutal again. They have names, but I don't remember them. Why? That's too early. Yeah, he shoots that purple goop. It's poisonous. It'll act just like the lava in luncheon, or I guess it's hot soup. I'm not sure what they were going for. What time are we at? 54. I'm not sure what pace that's on. I think I'll get underestimate with this. Maybe. Movement there is really neat. Just a lot of quick dives. There you want to stand on that rooftop and throw the cap downwards, because getting outside of those boxes and then back up to the moon is kind of annoying. It can be pretty slow. Hello. Alright, this is my favorite part of luncheon. Bonking on that's my favorite part. Colby! Now we start our climb up to the bird boss. All of those large wall jumps that you do, like I just did right there, they're really technical. There's just a lot of button inputs that you have to nail to get them. I just kind of throw hands until we get to the switch. Mario was afraid of that moon, evidently. Alright, just 2 more normal moons and then we'll get the triple and we'll be out of here. This level is extremely scary on a good pace. This little mini level. This movement towards the end here that can definitely go awry. Okay. There we go, we did it. Okay. I don't know how many times I died in that room on PB pace, and it's just so heartbreaking. This part's a little ridiculous. It's funny. Oh, you're going Mario. How's luncheon? What time are we at? Just trying to gauge my pace. Alright, out of luncheon. Now we're intending to head to Bowser's Kingdom after this, but there's another boss that we have to get through. What was that? It's Bowser. Now this part is, I think it's the coolest boss in the game. It definitely doesn't fit the Mario universe at all. But it's just, the artwork is just incredible. To see this in a Mario game is just so cool. Unfortunately the boss is super easy, but... It's a big, real-life dragon. I don't know how many times my chat, when speedrunning this game, have made some sort of Dark Souls or Skyrim reference. But he's super easy, you just have to take these shades off and grab on his head. You just have to do that 3 times. Just a cool boss fight. Like this boss fight kind of goes with all the other boss fights being super easy until the very last one. want to grab one of the gold chains? Fusroda. Yeah. There it is. There's a chat making Skyrim references. Wouldn't be an Odyssey speedrun without it. Okay, now we finally get to go to Bowser's Kingdom. This kingdom is very, very technical. The final fight is extremely difficult to do optimally. Goombas have cute little hats here, though. So you bypass all of them. Nice, dude. No, it's too far away. Quick little story moon, so we can unlock the next part of the level. Skip a cutscene here. Now we have to collect some moon pieces here. We finally get to capture one of the Pokies to do so. Dude, he got bomb blocked. Oh, that bomb didn't break both those blocks, did it? No, it didn't. It's my favorite moon, for reasons. Right now we gotta do the, there's a couple mini boss fights here before you just start doing the climb. But of course they have, I think, intended cheese in these boss fights to make them much quicker, which of course, with the speedrunners. The speedrunners you love. Then we gotta go do the top hat guy after this, and then we start the climb. Oh, missed it. I think it's this one? You gotta listen to these guys, they kind of bounce. The one that he's under makes kind of like a weird rabbit hat noise. If you miss it, there we go. Wait, he's done. Oh! I'm right over it. This part's super technical, so it's hard to talk during it. Don't hit that, thank you. Oh, hit that though, that's fine. Basically, I want to kind of throw my controller upwards so I get a higher fling. Alright, so this is the hardest part of the run. If I do it perfectly, it saves a lot of time. If I screw it up, it loses a lot of time, so... The first part of it is called a little strat called Birdless. You're supposed to grab one of those pokies and knock down his legs, but you can actually land on one of these platforms. Ground pound, get up here. And you want to stay on top of him because he likes to run around a lot. If I get around his thing there, oh my god, I got it! Wow, that is such a tight jump right there. And you think that'd be over then, but it's just not. Now I have this in a very bad position, but I can kind of dive over it, get on top of it like that. And now I kind of just wait for him to run around. Normally he's supposed to be on the ground right now, and you're avoiding his, I don't know if you can see, they're kind of rainbow legs. If you get hit by them, they do damage to you, but since you're up here, you kind of just chill for a little bit. It's a little breather after playing off some crazy hard stuff. And then he's going to take 5 steps here, and I got a green guy. And then one more. Back up here. Wow, I did it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's definitely the hardest part of the run to pull off, and I'm glad that I did that. It makes all the other gameplay kind of be okay. It's just so cool that you can kind of stay up there and kind of abuse the boss. Yeah, it can be super terrifying, especially if you're on a really good pace. If you screw it up, it loses minutes. So we got one more moon to collect. It's behind the Odyssey, and then we get to head on to the moon and try to stop the wedding. That's the only moon in the entire game that I had to cheat and look up online to find when I was playing casually. Because there's no indication that it's there at all. You're supposed to randomly throw your cap on a Bowser head. Now we're heading onto the moon. It's cool. The moon is really cool because the gravity's a lot lighter, so the movement is different. It's a lot floatier, but it's just a really cool part that they put in the game. Kind of changes it up a bit. Instead of ice physics, they kind of have floaty physics in this game. So basically, I'm going to try to get myself over to the Sphinx, and we'll be doing a trick called Moon Skip, and it saves, I would say, like 15 minutes of gameplay, probably. 'Cause you're supposed to go inside underneath the church and do this whole gauntlet kind of thing. But if you do Moon Skip, skip it all, or you die off the side, like that. I guess I just forgot to jump. Okay, let's aim towards the center this time. There we go, beat the hardest part of the game. So basically I'm going to try to land on two very specific parts of the wall here that allow Mario to wall jump off them. Nope. That looks good. We got it. Nice. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that saves so much time. When that was found, I remember speedruns before that was found, and they would have to play through the entire gauntlet, and then they got that, and world record dropped by 15 minutes immediately. Here's the second Bowser fight. It's a little bit longer, basically the same concept though. These flames actually have the worst hitbox. You can basically be on the ground and not get hit. I don't know if they just wanted to make it easier or what, but yeah, hardly ever get hit by them. That's the Bowser fight. Now this is the most controversial capture of the game. Take out the Bowser himself. And then you make the last boss rush. This reminds me a lot of the of Halo 1 ending. Anyone played Halo? Getting off the ring. This 2D section. Now I'm originally a 2D Mario runner, and that's actually the run I'm doing next is Super Mario World. But this is one of the scariest parts of the run because it actually has a lot of input lag to it, so the jumps get eaten a lot. So you always see runners just taking it super slowly because it's just not very responsive. And then kind of shaking my controller will make those fireballs come out of his mouth. You want to launch those ahead of you so you don't have to hit it as many times. This is the best song in the game by far. I just can't believe they put this in the game. This makes the anime ending perfect. Alright, time's coming up here. Alright, the goal was sub 120. Oh no, we're gonna miss it. Time. 120.05. Of course. I hope the next runner doesn't mind that I went over estimate. Yeah, I hope they don't mind.
That's so dumb, man.
Yeah, the Super Mario Odyssey. It's a great speed game. I think it's probably one of the most inclusive speedrunning communities there are. There's hundreds, if not 1,000, runners of this game now. It's definitely the most active speedrun on speedrun.com, and it has been since it came out. So if you guys want to learn it, check out the SMO Discord, check out the speedrun.com section of it. It's just a great speed game. The movement is just incredible in it. Good. Set up for the next one? Yeah.
Cool. All right, here we go.
Oh, you can use your own controller. Ask about the Kirby thing. Oh, the Kirby. Yeah. Turn it on to make sure it makes it. Oh, I heard sound. Yeah, it works. Alright. If you'd like, you can use your own steps, or if you want to, you can use your own steps if you'd like, or you can use mine.